The concept of Shen is a fundamental part of traditional Chinese medicine. Shen is considered to be one of the three treasures that forms life: Jing, the essence; Qi, the life force; and Shen, which is usually translated as the spirit. Shen embodies consciousness, mind, or thought. It is Shen that raises the consciousness of human beings above that of other living creatures. The earliest discourse on Shen is in the ancient Chinese medical text Huangdi Neijing, or the Yellow Emperor's Book of Internal Classic, in a section called The Root of Spirit. According to historical texts, the Yellow Emperor asked a question, which was answered by the chief physician, Qíbó, beginning with these words: "Heaven abides so that we have virtue. Earth abides so that we have Qi. When virtue flows and Qi is blended, there is life." Senior lecturer and dean of the European School of Acupuncture, Elizabeth Rosa de la Vallée, says the concept of Shen is expressed in the relationship of the traditional Chinese medicine or TCM practitioner with the patient.
What is shown is that when you are a practitioner, what is important is the relationships with the patient. Is a lot of things, of course. You are supposed to know your job, to know the techniques, to know how to make the diagnosis and so on. Okay, that is the very basis. But on the other hand, what is also important is that you are a human being treating another human being. And so there is a lot in the relationships.
Rosa, in Australia to give a lecture on Shen in Chinese religion and medicine, says in ancient China, cultivating oneself is key to the doctor-patient relationship.
The relationship is just given, so whatever it is. And so that you have to cultivate yourself as a human being to be more and more in a kind of righteousness, or in a kind of natural order in yourself, in a kind of harmony with yourself, with the universe.
Rosa, who lectures on Chinese classical and medical texts, says, in ancient China, to take care of people is part of the harmony of the world, and Shen is expressed in the harmony. Rosa says the embodiment of compassion in Shen in traditional Chinese medicine is a Buddhist approach. She refers to the legendary Chinese doctor Sun Si-miao, who was known for the meticulous care for his patients.
That is more a Buddhist approach. It depends if you take compassion as just something shared in the humankind, or with a specific Buddhist approach. So now I will say, we find compassion, for instance, as one of the main things from the practitioner in the doctor of Chinese doctors, or writing of Chinese doctors who were Buddhist. For instance, there is a very famous one from the 6th, 7th century AD, Sun Si-miao, and he was a Buddhist, and he wrote about the relationship between the practitioner and the patient, and of course compassion for him is at the core of the relation.
Sun believed practicing medicine is an art of compassion. He was dedicated to the care of women and children. Sun is remembered for his writings on medical ethics titled The Sincerity and Devotion of Great Doctors. Today, it is considered the Chinese Hippocratic Oath, an essential reading for students of traditional Chinese medicine.